Broadcasting from Manhattan Beach and the World Wide Web, you're listening to CHSR, HealthyLife.net.
As a service to our listeners, this program is for general information and entertainment purposes only. CHSR, HealthyLife.net does not recommend, endorse, or object to the views, products, or topics expressed or discussed by show hosts or their guests. We suggest you always consult with your own personal, medical, financial, or legal advisor.
Hello, everyone. This is Joanne Reese. Thank you so much for joining us today on The Hemp Show. We are really thrilled to have you here. This is a show that I've been hosting for about the past 9 or 10 months, I believe. It's been an absolute joy to come on and interview guests from around the country who are learning about hemp, using it in their businesses and their practices. I've interviewed a lot of holistic practitioners, cannabis nurses, naturopaths. I've interviewed a number of entrepreneurs that are building incredible businesses in the hemp industry. So if you've missed some of the last shows, please feel free to go to the on-demand podcast and check those out. I was invited to host this show, and apparently we have achieved some of the highest ratings of any of the shows on the network, which is huge, and no surprise, really, because what we're getting ready to see is a massive explosion of hemp. So I just want to cover a little bit of the basics if this is a newer topic to you. It's just under a year that hemp is no longer a Schedule I drug in the United States. Yes, hemp was a Schedule I drug for decades and decades. There's a lot of incredible information that you can look at on YouTube. If you want to learn about the history of hemp, I recommend it. There was huge pressure from pharma, from plastics, from lumber to make this plant illegal because it was a massive threat to different industries, and we've reversed that now. We're bringing back this incredible plant, and the ramifications of it are just astounding. They're now projecting this to be a $1 trillion a year industry over the next potentially 4 to 5 years, and it's a brand new industry. So we've got federal government deregulation. It's happening globally, global government deregulation, and we're seeing formulation of an entire industry with so many different pieces from they're going to be using hemp to make fuel, to make housing, to make plastic, to make fabric. Hemp is being used as a bioremediation plant to detoxify soil. I am not an expert on all of the areas. What I have focused a significant amount of time on is learning about hemp as a dietary supplement, about what happens when you take this internally, sublingually, what happens when you rub it on your body, what are the most important things to be looking for when you're looking for a great brand of hemp extract, what are the dangers? And it's definitely not super easy to navigate because there's a lot of misinformation. In fact, I love the analogy for hemp, helping educate misinformed people. Again, my background is I've worked in addiction recovery for a long time. I've been in addiction recovery. I've been a professional. I'm a somatic therapist. That means I work in alternative therapy using things like breath work and noticing sensations in the body. I do a lot of online coaching on the phone, helping people to connect with their body, to receive communication from their body. So not traditional talk therapy, but more bioenergetics, inner child work, that type of thing. And I have done addiction recovery coaching for a few decades. Specifically, I worked for clinics in Mexico that use plant medicines for opiate addiction for about 5 years prior to learning about CBD and getting involved in this industry. And there's a huge amount of fear about hemp because people are very worried that this is marijuana. They're very worried that they're going to flunk a drug test. They're very worried that they're going to get high, or for people in recovery, they think it's a trigger for some, marijuana has been, or cannabis has been dubbed a gateway drug, which is I guess, a matter of opinion. I think alcohol is the gateway drug for sure. What I see cannabis as being is a massive solution, especially when you take the THC piece out of it. So I want to talk just for a little bit about, I just want to encourage people that if you're in recovery, if you know people that are in addiction recovery, and this could be across the board. This could be substance-related. This could be porn addiction. This could be gambling. This could be codependency. I would say all addiction there's very specific components. Number one is trauma. Trauma is a huge precursor to addiction and self-medicating behaviors. People are in pain. They can't sleep. They have trauma from the past, and so they turn to substances to address this. And what we know about CBD is that when you ingest it, it calms everything down. It's very soothing. It's very calming to the whole central nervous system. It helps bring the body into balance, balancing blood sugar, balancing hormones, soothing the whole intestinal tract, your digestive tract. That's huge because there is an irritable, restless discontentedness that precedes addictive behavior. And if you can quiet and calm your system down, people and get people out of fight or flight into parasympathetic, which is what CBD does, you will greatly decrease the chances for relapse. And there's a lot of research on this. I just did a Google search this morning, CBG benefits for addiction. And, many people know that whether it's heroin, alcohol, tobacco, death rates are at record high. We're seeing 115 people a day die from opiate overdoses. I had 3 phone calls today three phone calls this week of people that are that have passed away from fentanyl overdose. This is happening. This is real, especially in, certain communities. I have friends that are in Vancouver, friends that are in Maine, friends that are in Ohio, and they're seeing astounding amounts of overdoses. And, pharma's solution to this is to put everybody on Suboxone, a long-lasting synthetic opiate that causes huge issues to the body and organ stresses on the organs. And while Suboxone can be a great alternative short-term, most people get stuck on it, and it can be harder to get off of even than heroin. So I see that using cannabis, using hemp is a huge holistic option for this. And it addresses the main things that go with addiction as well, which is anxiety and depression, imbalance in hormones, pain, and sleep problems. So all of these issues, and if you're curious and want to learn more, please reach out. I'm open to doing consults on this. I'm open to answering questions. You can call me directly on my phone number, which is 310-678-9712. You can also Google CBD benefits for addiction, for relapse prevention, for anxiety and depression, for hormonal imbalance, for PTSD is a huge thing, trauma. And I would say just start to read. Again, huge amount of research being done about the benefits of CBD for all of these issues. And, I see it as an incredible option to help people reduce or get off medications that are not necessarily helping them with these sorts of issues. I want to jump in and address, I do have an amazing guest on our call today, and I'm absolutely thrilled to, again, continue to meet amazing practitioners that are discovering the benefits of CBD. They're starting to introduce them in their practice with their clients. For those practitioners that are learning about CBD and the benefits, many of them go on a quest and they start trying out lots of different products, or maybe they're looking to their patients. And, a lot of practitioners get involved because their patients come in and they say, I've been taking the CBD. Meanwhile, it's helping me with this, this, and this. And it sparks the practitioners to start to do their own investigation. And I believe that was the case with my guest today, Doreen Bell. Doreen, for some reason, your text isn't opening with your bio, so I'm just going to have you come on. Tell us a little bit about your background, how you got involved in working in naturopathic medicine, and thanks so much for joining us today.
Hi, Joanne. It's good to be here. It's great to be here. I love spreading the news and helping people heal, and CBD has been a big part of my practice now, especially the Recept and the Calm. I've seen great changes in clients with that. I'm a naturopath, and I'm a certified functional medicine practitioner as well. I have a full-time.
I'm having a little bit of a hard
years.
time hearing you, sweetie. Can you move the mic a little
sorry.
closer?
It's okay. Okay, is this better?
Better, yes. Great. Yeah, just speak up as much as you can. Thank you.
Okay. I'm a certified functional medicine practitioner, and I'm a doctor of naturopathy, and I've had a full-time practice for over 10 years, and I also do my practices in Rochester, New York, and I do virtual phone consults, and I help people all over the U.S. as well. I specialize in autoimmune and gut healing and liver detoxing and reversing fibromyalgia, autoimmune. And I love it. I love helping people. I work with people to address lifestyle changes and correct supplementation and to empower them and help them heal their health so they can in turn heal their life. So that's a little, in a nutshell.
Amazing. Yes. And so 3 years ago, I'd never heard the term functional medicine. I probably had heard of a naturopath, but I didn't really know what it meant. So I'm going to guess that, and I have these conversations often with people because I talk to people about their health, and often if people are going to Kaiser or they're going to whoever they have medical insurance with, they're seeing a traditional, Western-trained doctor. And what I've seen over and over, and as I talk to people, and I had a conversation with a friend today who's got a 18-year-old son that's basically been in bed for 9 months. For 8 years, he's had these phantom chronic symptoms, fatigue, brain fog, a number of different things, and they finally went to a functional medicine doctor after, a long time of questioning and searching. He's been misdiagnosed, and I'm sure this is the stories I'm sure that you hear all the time.
Definitely.
And he's been now diagnosed with some rare autoimmune issues, but the doctor, even though he was able to give the diagnosis, hasn't given them a protocol that's actually really worked for them. And I'm guessing there's some hit or miss, try this, try that things. But what the biggest thing that I was curious about was, has anybody talked to you about CBD? Has anybody mentioned to you about the benefits of hemp for these issues that your son is dealing with? And unfortunately, the answer was...
Hi, I use hemp all the time in my practice now. It has changed my practice. I'm getting better results with my clients. I've worked to reverse autoimmune and many different kinds of autoimmune with my clients. And since I added hemp, because it helps our whole body balance. It's that homeostasis, our body bringing itself into balance. So when you can balance, that's working in the background while I'm doing all the other things, like the gut healing and the liver healing and working on lifestyle changes and stress reduction, and I'm doing all those things, and then the hemp is working in the background to balance all the systems, like to help with hormone balance, to help with gut healing, to help with sleep and energy and repair and just everything, and decrease anxiety and stress and to help people deal with life better. And that helps their healing amazingly, like just sleeping better where they can rest and recover. The hemp oil helping that is a big piece. And then the CBD with CBG, the CBG is amazing for all the brain and the neurotransmitters and the focus. And it's been a total game changer for my practice and my clients. The effect of it is unbelievable.
Beautiful. Yeah, so you mentioned in the beginning Recept and Calm. So this is a specific brand that you're working with. Tell me what are the factors that cause you to work with this particular brand, and why do you feel like this is the one that you chose? What are the main considerations that you had?
So what I'm looking for in a good hemp oil is, number one, is absorbability. I'm looking for quality. I'm looking for an organic hemp. I'm looking for, but there is so much garbage out there because it's the hottest supplement right now, and there is tons of garbage. And I live in Colorado, which is like the capital of hemp, and I had a neck injury 2 years ago. I have 3 cervical vertebrae out of place. And I went through one high-quality, organic, awesome CBD after the other, probably got to 10 different ones, and they were all great ones, when I looked at them on paper, but I didn't get the effect. And all I could do was walk. I couldn't do any exercise. And I'm a person that skis and mountain bikes and rock climbs and runs, and I couldn't do any of those things. And then my sister-in-law, who's a yoga teacher, said, why don't you try this one? And I tried the Recept, and what attracted me to it was it had CBD, and it also had CBG, and it had 7 different terpenes, and it was 100% THC-free, which is important for me and for clients that don't want any THC in for recovery reasons or they just don't want THC, or they get drug tested at work. And so this one has no THC, but the big piece is the nanospheres, the nanotechnology, where it's instantly absorbable, and it's almost 100% absorbable. So what I love about it is that it goes right into the body, and the effects are almost immediate. I have had people, I've given it to them in my office, and they were coming off of knee replacement, and she said, oh, my gosh, it feels better, and I can walk better already. Or I've had people that their headache goes away, or they said, is it weird that I feel less stressed already, like within 5 minutes? And so it's so absorbable, and whereas most of the ones on the market, because they're in an oil base, they're harder to absorb. So a lot of them are only 10 to 20% absorbable. So you're losing a lot of it, and I don't want to lose any of it. So I thought, I'll give this one a try, and within a month I was back to mountain biking, and I was back to skiing, and I can bike again. It was just a game changer for me with my own health, with my neck. And then I have a son who has high-functioning autism and a lot of other issues, and I started giving it to him, and he, for the first time in his whole life, his first month of school, back of high school, he had all A's and B's and was doing a full workload for the first time ever. And the only thing I changed was switching him to, putting him on the Recept. So for myself and my family and my clients, the results that I've gotten with this one, and I've tried other CBDs with clients as well, like probably 3 different ones I used regularly at work that were high quality and they were getting results, but nothing like this one.
Wow, amazing. So, and I just want to highlight a couple things that you said, because this is really about having a personal, direct experience with something, having it help you, having it help your child, having it help your patients, right? And that you tried a whole bunch of different brands, and I hear this a lot. So a lot of it has to do with both the purity. I know you mentioned the purity and the potency because of the technology and the delivery system on this. And so we are seeing really tremendous results with this particular brand. And so you've been using Recept, and that has the CBD, the CBG, and the 7 terpenes. Do you want to mention anything about terpenes? We've got terpenes and cannabinoids in the cannabis plant, and my understanding is that most CBD brands have maybe 1 terpene. So to have 7 is rare and a lot, right?
Yep. And the terpenes are like in essential oils of what makes something smell or taste, or it's like an active ingredient. And to have 7 it blows everything away. Like there's one CBD that's one of the most famous CBDs. I don't know if I can say names or not, but it's a really high quality one, and it only has 2 CBDs. It's one of the most famous known ones there is, but it only has 2 terpenes, and it doesn't have any CBG. And for me, I like that Recept has the CBD and CBG, because CBG, the cannabigerol, is that has more of the gut healing. I call it CB gut. And it has more of the gut healing and the brain. It helps with neurotransmitters and help healing the brain, like anxiety, depression. So I love that this one has CBD, CBG, and 7 terpenes, where most products just have CBD. They don't have any CBG. And I found that CBG has a big impact, and the extra terpenes have a big impact. And one of the other things that a lot of people comment on, and my son wouldn't take any CBDs. I tried different ones. I tried capsules, sublinguals. I tried hiding it and stuff, and he couldn't stand the taste. And the taste of this one, it doesn't taste like cannabis, like most of them do. It doesn't taste like that. It has a pepperminty, fruity, a different taste, but it's light and it's easily, it tastes better too. So that was a big factor for a lot of my clients that were trying other CBDs. They said I burp it up, or it tastes horrible, I can't take it. So the terpenes have to do with how it tastes as well.
Got it. And so what does the CBG do for the gut? And can you just talk a little bit about why gut health is such a big thing and how it impacts so many of the issues that people have?
Gut health is imperative for all health. It's one of the first things I usually do with clients because it helps everything in the body. So 75 to 85% of our immune system is. So when we heal our digestive system, we heal our immune system. It's also where almost all of our serotonin is made. So when we do gut healing, we can heal depression. It's where we have more neurotransmitters, our brain's communicating chemicals that have to deal with anxiety, depression, mood, learning, focus, attention. So we have more neurotransmitters in our gut than we do our brain. So when we heal our gut, we actually heal our brain as well. I had one client in New York City who was I was working with, and she had the worst intake forms I've ever seen in my life, and her brain questionnaire, all the neurotransmitter ones were off the charts bad. And after 6 weeks of gut healing, all her questions went to like zeros and ones, like not a problem anymore. And I didn't give her anything for brain health. All we did was gut healing. So it impacts so much of the body. It helps with immune system, reversing autoimmune, fibromyalgia. It helps with attention, focus, depression, anxiety. People that get sick all the time, or it takes them so long to get over a cold or the flu or something. When they do gut healing, it helps heal that.
That is a big issue right now. Hold on, we're going to take a quick break. We will be right back after this message.
Relieve your painful joints and muscles. It's easy with Body Therapy. Made with high-quality cannabinoid isolate and wellness botanicals, Body Therapy is a wonderful high-quality industrial-strength non-greasy salve. It helps support relief from deep tissue and muscle tension, minor sprains and injuries, and even helps you recover faster after a workout. You need it, so get it. Body Therapy can be bought at lovinglife.primemybody.com or call or text 310-678-9712.
Women face more challenges today, resulting in more stress, anxiety, and body imbalances. Women need a little more support, and that's where Recept may help. Organically grown and processed with nanosonicated technology, this THC-free hemp product is a great balancing tool. It may aid a woman's hormonal balance from PMS to conception, from pregnancy to menopause. So women, get your calm on. Order Recept today. Just text or call 310-678-9712.
Coach Kev believes everyone is a leader and has a kingdom to build. He wrote Kingdom Business, License to Lead, to give you his secrets to leadership and to learn how to use the 4 pillars, and Hemp Oil to become a committed, passionate leader of your life. Get the book, Kingdom Business, License to Lead by Kevin J. Suber at Amazon.com. You'll be glad you did. So do it now. Kingdom Business at Amazon.com or call 424-645-7823. That's 424-645-7823.
Audiobooks gives you instant access to over 50,000 of the best sellers and hottest book titles in romance, mystery, fiction, and many other genres. Just visit HealthyLife.net's advertiser page and click on Audiobooks to get started.
Created by nature and proven by science, Recept Hemp Extract is something you've probably never experienced before. This organic, non-THC product not only has CBD, but Recept has the latest and highest CBG content. CBG may aid sleep, pain, digestion, mood, so many things. Get your broad-spectrum Recept today. Call or text 310-678-9712 now, or visit lovinglife.primemybody.com.
You're listening to HealthyLife.net. Millions of listeners know the secret. Now you do too. Positive talk 24 hours a day, every day.
And my guest today is Doreen Bell, who is a naturopathic practitioner who has her doctorate in naturopathic medicine. She's been in practice for over 10 years. She's specializing in autoimmune, in gut healing, in detox. Doreen added CBD hemp to her practice recently, and after a long quest of trying a lot of different brands, finally got a recommendation to a brand that made a massive had a massive impact on her own personal healing and in her son's life. As you mentioned, I love that you mentioned high-functioning autism, because so many of us know families that have kids who are dealing with anxiety, they're dealing with a heavy stress load, they're dealing with autism and or potentially seizures. And unfortunately, medication does not help a lot of these kids. And you mentioned, I just wanted to highlight that you mentioned that your son has had fantastic response at school, getting A's, functioning better than ever before as a result of taking the specific brand by Prime My Body Recept. And a lot of it is due to the purity, the delivery system of this product, the fact that it's so fast-acting. I love that you highlighted that your clients are having they're noticing impact 5 minutes after you give it to them. They feel better. They feel more grounded. They feel calmer. Their headache went away. Their pain has been reduced. That's remarkable. That's not happening. That's not happening with other CBD products. And this is what we want to bring the education to people. Is you got to be very careful about what you buy, where you buy it, who's making it, how is it extracted, are they doing third-party testing. Is it THC-free? I had several people tell me this week that they flunked a drug test because they bought a CBD product, but it had trace amounts of THC, and they're flunking a drug test. So if it's THC-free, that's impossible. They cannot flunk a drug test. And that matters a lot. That matters to a lot of people, especially if they're giving it to their kids. So we were talking a little bit about gut health. Doreen, do you want to finish that up about the importance of CBG for gut health and how this is supporting people and why gut health is impacting so many of the issues that people are dealing with?
Yeah, so gut health is one of the links to autoimmune and fibromyalgia and anxiety and depression, and I see it in my office with my clients all the time. So we heal the gut and we heal all those areas. It's pretty amazing, and CBD is now a key component. The CBD and Recept especially is a key component that I use with all my clients now because it helps so many different things. So the CBG is important for the gut healing aspect. It's important for the brain healing aspect, for neurotransmitter production. It's important for so many different things. And when we can heal the gut, we can heal our bodies. And that it's just really important to do that. And the CBD, the CBG, the Recept, the Terpenes has just a major impact on people. More effective I've used. I found the hemp I was using before was a really high quality hemp, and people were like, yeah, it's good. And then I would switch them to Recept, and they'd be like, oh my gosh, everything just changed. Like everything got better. Everything's working better now. My joint pain is totally gone now, or my stiffness is totally gone now. And with the other one, it lightened it up a little bit, but not took it away. So the impact is amazing for the Recept. And when we do the gut healing, it helps, like I said, so many different things in the body. It is so important for overall health and well-being, and also like Alzheimer's prevention. It has a big impact on that, and focus and attention, and so many different things. And like I said, when it works on that homeostasis in the body, it's helping all the systems balance in the body. If one's operating too high, it brings it down. If it's too low, it brings it up. So it's balancing our whole body out while we work on the other issues with dietary changes and lifestyle changes and stress reduction and the gut healing protocols and the liver healing protocols. I do all those, but I always have now Recept running in the background, doing its work and making everything work more effectively.
Awesome. Yeah, I had somebody forward me an article a couple days ago, and as you're online and you're researching these things, you have to remember that there's a lot of information online, and you really want to look at the source of it. This particular article was saying CBD could be damaging for your liver. And
no, it's healing. It's healing for your liver.
Right. So when I read the article, what they were suggesting is that the FDA hasn't approved CBD, which, of course, it's considered to be a dietary supplement, and dietary supplements are not approved by the FDA. The FDA is approving drugs, which this is not a drug, although there are some synthetic versions of CBD, which are like an isolate, which is not, it's the opposite of what Recept is. Recept has like the entourage effect, right? Because it has multiple cannabinoids, it has multiple terpenes, which there's a lot of benefits synergistically when you have a wide variety of what's available in the plant. But you can't get a patent on that. So if a drug company is going to patent something like Epidiolex, which is something that it's the first FDA-approved CBD product, it's an isolate because it has to just be one thing. And so then if you give it to like a rat in like at 1,000 times the dosage, they're seeing liver damage. So then they'll make an article out that'll say this can cause liver damage, basically to try to sway people away from the natural version and gear them like toward a synthetic version. But you had a great comment there. You said, no, it can help heal the liver. Can you talk a little bit about that? And I'd love to have you also just talk a little bit about fibromyalgia, because that's a term that people hear about and learn about, and yet it's a little ambiguous because it kind of means unexplained pain to my degree. So I'd love to have you just talk a little bit about how CBD acts as an adaptogen specifically addressing fibromyalgia.
So with fibromyalgia, the keys to healing and reversing fibromyalgia, which I do all the time, is the gut healing, which that's where the CBD, CBG, the Recept comes in, it's so supportive in that aspect. And also what I found with fibromyalgia is that it's undiagnosed food sensitivities, food allergies, and CBD, the Recept, CBD, CBG also helps with lessening allergies because those trigger inflammation in the body as well. So the biggest piece with the CBD, CBG is it brings down overall inflammation in the body, and inflammation is now considered the root of all diseases and all issues. So if fibromyalgia is a highly inflammatory condition that's causing pain and suffering and depression and gut issues, all kinds of things. So what I do is when I do the Recept along with the gut healing, it makes it more effective. And it addresses the allergy component, and we can take foods out that are an issue, and we can heal the gut and use the Recept to balance the body out and bring the allergy reaction down. That's another a very important part of reversing the fibromyalgia as well.
Yeah, so you mentioned inflammation and really addressing chronic inflammation. And this is something also, some people are aware of, that most of the issues that we're dealing with are all related to this chronic inflammation. And so CBD is one of the most powerful anti-inflammatories. And a lot of times, again, if people are going to a doctor, they're getting put on steroids for inflammation. Similar to they're going to be put on antibiotics, say, for, like, infection. And while these things can sometimes address the symptoms, they're not addressing the cause, which is obviously a major focus of integrative practitioners, naturopathic practitioners, functional medicine practitioners. We want to get to the cause. Why is the body out of balance? How do we help the body come back into balance? How do we activate the body's ability to do its own particular healing? We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Nitric oxide plus hemp-infused skin rejuvenation serum flush impurities and deliver antioxidant-rich CBD and vitamin C and E directly into the dermis. Nox is the world's only hemp-infused nitric oxide skin rejuvenation system that uses progressive technology to help your skin naturally purify and revive itself. It softens your complexion and enhances skin tone. Get Nox today lovinglife.primemybody.com or call or text 310-678-9712.
Women face more challenges today, resulting in more stress, anxiety, and body imbalances. Women need a little more support, and that's where Recept may help. Organically grown and processed with nanosonicated technology, this THC-free hemp product is a great balancing tool. It may aid a woman's hormonal balance from PMS to conception, from pregnancy to menopause. So women, get your calm on. Order Recept today. Just text or call 310-678-9712.
Created by nature and proven by science, Recept hemp extract is something you've probably never experienced before. This organic, non-THC product not only has CBD, but Recept has the latest and highest CBG content. CBG may aid sleep, pain, digestion, mood, so many things. Get your broad-spectrum Recept today. Call or text 310-678-9712 now, or visit lovinglife.primemybody.com.
Constant Contact and your small business make a perfect fit for marketing. They give you what you need to succeed. Fast and easy email marketing at your fingertips. Visit the HealthyLife.net advertiser page and click on Constant Contact to start your marketing.
Humans aren't the only ones that can benefit from hemp. Animals can too. Hemp Health for Pets was specially formulated for dogs and cats. Safe and effective, your pets can feel balanced in body and mind with Prime My Pet Hemp and Health Blend. It has organic CBD and yucca, hawthorn, fish oil, and red algae, making Hemp and Health Blend perfect to aid your pet's inflammation, skin conditions, joints, and more. Get yours today. Just text or call 310-678-9712. That's 310-678-9712.
Eclectic talk with a positive twist. HealthyLife.net.
Thank you so much for joining us today. My guest is Doreen Bell, naturopathic practitioner, and we've covered a lot in the first two segments. If you're just joining us, please go to the on-demand podcast and catch the beginning of this interview. Our intention here is to educate people about hemp, about specifically CBD and CBG, about the health benefits of this incredible plant. We want to make sure to cover, what's important when you're selecting a brand. I've had a lot of people contacting me and say, is it okay to vape CBD? No, it's not okay to vape CBD. Vaping is not good. There's tremendous, incredible problems and health dangers around vaping. Doreen, do you have a comment specifically about vaping CBD?
Yeah, especially with, the chemicals that are in it, and it's just not good for the lungs. It's not good for the body. There's a lot of toxic compounds in the vape juice. So, no, I don't like vaping either as a delivery method. That's what I love about the Recept, the nanotechnology. It's instantly absorbed. It's 100% absorbable, and it's amazing. It's amazing, and that absorption is so important.
Right, absorption is so important. You are what you absorb. This is the key. When you take an herb, when you take a supplement, on average, absorption is under 10%. So, people are saying like, oh, my next door neighbor is making CBD products. She's, it's very pure. I want to support a little independent person. Well, that's awesome, but the molecules are big. And big molecules have to be digested in order to be absorbed, which means you're going to lose about 90% of the nutrients in that process. And this is across the board with all herbs and all supplements. It's kind of the big joke in America. We take a lot of drugs, we take a lot of supplements, and they say we have the most expensive urine on the planet. So there's another issue that you mentioned that I just wanted to highlight, which has to do with oil-based versus water-based. So if you're taking a water-based hemp extract that is nanosonicated, and maybe you want to just explain the nanosonicated and the liposomal delivery. Why is it better to be water-based? What does it mean, the nanosonication and the liposomal, in terms of the delivery, and how does that lead to being almost 100% absorbable?
So the way it's created, the particles are so tiny they can be instantly absorbed. You can set it on your tongue and watch it just sink into your tongue. and then it goes right into your system, versus when it has to go through capsules or tinctures that you swallow that aren't really sublingual. You end up swallowing them anyway because they sit under your tongue and they don't get really absorbed, so you end up swallowing them, which goes through your digestive system. Then the liver can grab it and turn it into anything it wants. Or if you have, most people that have health issues have gut issues, so they have digestive issues, so they're not going to be digesting it very well anyway. So with the Recept, it's instantly absorbable because of this nanotechnology, these teeny tiny particles that can go right in and get absorbed right into your system. So that's what I love about it. You don't have to worry about, oh, this person isn't going to really digest this because they have gut issues. That's why they're coming to me. So I'm going to give them this bottle and they're not going to digest it anyway, and or only a tiny amount. And then they say, well, this one's so much more inexpensive. Yes, but you have to take 5 times the amount because it's not absorbable, or 10 times the amount because it's not absorbable, because it's so big and it's too hard to digest.
I love it. And so, Doreen, how do you share with people about the endocannabinoid system? I'd just love to hear your description of this, and I just want to encourage our listeners to go ahead and Google the endocannabinoid system. It's pretty fascinating to learn. So tell us, how do you explain this to your clients and to the people that you are telling about CBD?
So it's a system in our body that was actually just really discovered, 20 years ago maybe. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's only being taught about in probably 2 or 3 medical schools at this point. So it's kind of new in the medical world. It takes anywhere from 15 to 20 years for research to actually hit the practice in the medical world. That's what it seems like. That's the trend. So what happens is that the endocannabinoid system is a system of homeostasis. That's balance. It balances the body. It comes in, and they also kind of refer to it sometimes as a ghost system. It comes in and does its job, and it disappears. So if you're really stressed, it comes in and it'll calm you down. Or if you're sick, or your immune system needs to be boosted up, it'll come in and boost your immune system up. It'll calm your nervous system down. It'll help with heart palpitations or blood pressure, all kinds of different things. So our body has a natural mechanism of homeostasis, bring the body into balance. So if something's too high, it wants to calm it down, and your endocannabinoid system will work to calm it down. If a system is functioning too low, your endocannabinoid system will come in to boost it up. So that's why CBD, when you see it, when you read about it, you say, like, oh, my gosh, it sounds like it's the end-all, be-all for everything. And it's because it affects every system of the body, because it works for every system. It helps to balance every system. That's why it's effective for so many different things, like brain, pain and inflammation, and anxiety, and depression, and allergies, and gut healing, and, so many different things. So I don't think that there's anyone who would not benefit from taking this. Like, when people ask me, what's the most important supplement I should take, my first answer is Recept or Calm, whichever one your body needs more. It's hemp oil. It is definitely hemp oil, because it helps balance every system in the body, and what else around does that? Like, it's a pretty amazing plant. A pretty amazing plant.
Yes. And so, and you said hemp oil, but really it's not oil, right? And did you want to make a quick comment about water soluble?
Yeah. Yes. So I think almost all of the hemps out there are usually in like coconut oil or hemp oil or sunflower oil or, olive oil, some kind of an oil. And they're in that oil base, but that can make it harder to digest and be absorbed. So the water-soluble, that's where the water-soluble, it can just come in and get absorbed, and especially with the nanotechnology, it's just instantly absorbed. So that's one of the reasons why I chose to use Recept in my practice, because of the nanotechnology, because of the water-soluble. It's just more effective and more absorbable.
Because it tastes so good, and I love that you mentioned that, because it's really hard to encourage children to take something every day if it tastes like weed, if it smells like weed, if it tastes really nasty and gross, or tastes chemically, which is what I've seen a lot of products taste really gross. I had an opportunity to go to the Natural Product Show last year. They had 175 CBD companies there, and I had a press pass. And so I got to sample a lot of different products. I didn't taste anything that I thought tasted super yummy in Comar.
Right, and it's a lot of kids won't take the one because it tastes like weed, but it's also the oil taste. Sometimes the oils can go rancid and taste bad, and if people have gallbladder issues, they have trouble digesting fat, so that's another issue as well. So I just am a huge fan of the water-soluble nanosphere technology for all ages. It's the only one I found that kids will really take because it doesn't taste like weed and it doesn't taste oily.
Right, yes. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Relieve your painful joints and muscles. It's easy with Body Therapy. Made with high-quality cannabinoid isolates and wellness botanicals, Body Therapy is a wonderful high-quality industrial-strength non-greasy solve. It helps support relief from deep tissue and muscle tension, minor sprains and injuries, and even helps you recover faster after a workout. You need it, so get it. Body Therapy can be bought at lovinglife.primemybody.com or call or text 310-678-9712.
Women face more challenges today, resulting in more stress, anxiety, and body imbalances. Women need a little more support, and that's where Recept may help. Organically grown and processed with nanosonicated technology, this THC-free hemp product is a great balancing tool. It may aid a woman's hormonal balance from PMS to conception, from pregnancy to menopause. So women, get your calm on. Order Recept today. Just text or call 310-678-9712.
Humans aren't the only ones that can benefit from hemp. Animals can too. Hemp Health for Pets was specially formulated for dogs and cats. Safe and effective, your pets can feel balanced in body and mind with Prime My Pet Hemp and Health Blend. It has organic CBD and yucca, hawthorn, fish oil, and red algae, making Hemp and Health Blend perfect to aid your pets' inflammation, skin conditions, joints, and more. Get yours today. Just text or call 310-678-9712. That's 310-678-9712.
For the best in business class travel, count on Cheapo Air. Cheapo Air has the best price guarantee, 24/7 customer service, and easy booking online or by phone. To experience your hassle-free journey, start by going to HealthyLife.net's advertiser page and click on Cheapo Air.
Created by nature and proven by science, Recept Hemp Extract is something you've probably never experienced before. This organic, non-THC product not only has CBD, but Recept has the latest and highest CBG content. CBG may aid sleep, pain, digestion, mood, so many things. Get your broad-spectrum Recept today. Call or text 310-678-9712 now, or visit lovinglife.primemybody.com.
You're listening to HealthyLife.net. Millions of listeners know the secret. Now you do too. Positive talk 24 hours a day, every day.
Thanks so much for joining us today. This is Joanne Reese, and you are listening to The Hemp Show. We have an amazing guest today, Dr. Doreen Bell, naturopathic practitioner. Doreen has a thriving practice in Rochester, New York. She's been in practice for over 10 years, helping people, educate people about alternative treatments, holistic, integrative medicine, functional medicine, naturopathic medicine. She's bringing something extraordinary, and practitioners like her, to people who are dealing with a lot of issues that, unfortunately, their Western doctors have misdiagnosed them from, just don't know anything about how to treat. They don't know anything about how to treat fibromyalgia or autoimmune disorders. And these naturopathic practitioners like Doreen, she's also doing phone consults with people, which is incredible. That doesn't happen all over the place. So, Doreen, I'd love to have you tell us a little bit about, just give us a quick review about what are the specific issues that you're helping people for. How do people get in touch with you if they want to do a consult with you wherever they are in the country?
All right. I do consults in my office, obviously, in Rochester, but I also do virtual consults. I work with people all over the U.S. My website is drdoreenbell.com. My email is doreen@drdoreenbell.com, and it's just DR, not the full word doctor. And then my phone number is 585-205-8321. My specialty, what I really work on is helping people reverse chronic issues like fibromyalgia, autoimmune, type 2 diabetes, things like that. So I do it through dietary changes, lifestyle changes, correct supplementation. I help to work to empower and educate people so they can take charge of their own health. And then when they change their health, they change their life, and they get a better life. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. So I work with people. I do a lot of gut healing. I found that that's one of the most impactful issues to work on with people because it affects the immune system, autoimmune, fibromyalgia, Alzheimer's, just anxiety, depression, so many different things are helped by gut healing. So I have people that have been going to GI doctors for 10, 20 years, and they come to me for the same issues that they originally went to their GI doctor, and in anywhere from 1 to 3 months, sometimes 6, if it's really severe and it's been going on a long time, they are back to being healthy, and their fibromyalgia is reversed, and their gut is better, and they don't need to take the GI meds, and they have their life back. And it's life-changing stuff. It has such a potent impact on the body, healing the gut. So that's my focus a lot, and it helps with reversing that autoimmune and reversing the fibromyalgia. And I also work with people to reverse type 2 diabetes and, many other issues, but those are my biggest focus in my office, or working with clients virtually as well.
Beautiful. So that's Dr. Doreen Bell, just how it sounds, is her website. Please connect with Doreen. If you know people that are having any of these issues, we'd love to have you reach out to her, do a consult with her, benefit from her incredible expertise. Finding a great functional medicine, integrative medicine, naturopathic medicine practitioner is gold for families that have been struggling with these chronic issues for a really, really long time. And I find it interesting that Prime My Body has a chief medical advisor, Dr. Chang Ron. Feel free to look him up, CHENGRUAN, Dr. Chang Ron. He is a top functional medicine practitioner doing very similar work to what you're doing. I've done a lot of trainings with Dr. Ron. He was a huge part of the formulation team, both for Recept and Calm, and Body Therapy, which is our topical product that we're using. And this is the wave of the future. People need to be educated about holistic medicine. This is what they're not getting when they're going to traditional doctors. They're not getting advice about how to lower your stress load, how to make those lifestyle changes like what you said, how to help your organs function in the ways that they're doing. Unfortunately, they're getting diagnosed and prescribed medication that's causing damage, more damage often than the help that it's being given. So thank you again for being here with us, Doreen. Can you talk a little bit about Calm? This is a big trend. We're mixing CBD. This is a brand new product that got introduced. We're mixing CBD with 8 different herbs. And this all contributes to the conversation we're having. What do you love about Calm, and what are you seeing the results with your clients with this?
Love, love, love Calm. It's funny, so when people come to me with stress and anxiety or insomnia, all the herbs that are in Calm, I would sometimes have to do several different ones separately, and it gets expensive, and it's hard to take all those capsules or sublinguals, and Calm has it all in it. It has the GABA, it has the theanine, it has the so many different things. It's amazing. It has magnesium. It has so many different things in it, along with the CBD and CBG and terpenes. And what I'm seeing is it helping people bring down anxiety and helping people sleep better. I have one of my clients who has struggled with insomnia for pretty much her whole life, and she's been on pharmaceuticals her whole life, but she still has sleep issues. So she came to me, and I started her on Calm, and she's sleeping like, this is just after the first month. She's sleeping for 4 or 5 hours in a row, and she could never sleep more than 1 hour. It would be 1 hour, up for a while, 1 hour up for a while, and she's sleeping like 4 to 5 hours in chunks, and then she can go back to sleep and sleep some more. So, and that's life-changing for her. She's never been able to sleep through the night. So it's amazing for insomnia. It's amazing for anxiety. I like it for anxiety. I like doing little microdosing, very small, frequent doses, and it can be taken as needed, like for people that have panic attacks. I have them just keep the bottle with them at all times, and then they can just dose it as needed when they're feeling anxious. Obviously, I always have people take it morning and night. I prefer people take it 3 times a day, but at least morning and night minimum. But it's just amazing. And you have to play with the dose. You just have to find the most effective dose for you because everybody is different. So some people need a teeny bit, like 3 drops 3 times a day. Some people need 3 full droppers 4 times a day. So you just start with a small dose and gradually adjust and work up to the dose where you get the impact that you're looking for. So I love it. It helps with, like I said, anxiety, depression, sleep, big for sleep, amazing for sleep. Just a general overall calming the nervous system down it's amazing.
Yes, and valerian, ashwagandha, passion flower, a few other herbs that are in this. I, too, have had phenomenal results with this and sharing this with people. So, Doreen, not only have you found a great product that's helping your clients, but you've built a sideline business, a sideline revenue. Can you just take 30 seconds? Tell us what that means to you in your practice.
So for me, my practice has always been getting in front of people, being with patients, paper service. It's, I love helping people. I love what I do. And I also wanted another stream of income because I have a son who needs a lot of support. Like he's practically a full-time job with the autism and other issues he has. And I can like working with Prime My Body allows me to work from home and have a lot more free time and be present more while bringing in another income stream. So it's pretty amazing.
Absolutely, and so many practitioners are looking for this. They're looking for something phenomenal to recommend, but they're also looking for more freedom, more flexibility, and something incredible to share with other practitioners. And a lot of people want to get involved with hemp as a business. So reach out to us with your questions. My number again, 310-678-9712. Absolutely thrilled to have our guest, Dr. Doreen Bell, with us. Dr. Doreen Bell is her website. Please connect with her. Blessings to you all. We are moving into a very exciting time, 2020. May you be reflecting on how are you going to have greater health in your life? How are you going to have greater prosperity? How are you going to have greater impact? If there's something we can share with you in this show that will serve you in that way, then we've accomplished our goal. Thanks so much for joining us today.